Hello everyone to another video of the iPad Only book. We are the iPad Only book co-authors. I'm Michael Sliwinski.
And I'm Augusto Pinaud. And we may be writing software, we may be dealing with companies, writing books, consulting and helping improving companies, and many other things, trying to be good husbands and all that. But at the end of the day, we are parents, we have kids, and the iPad, it's a challenge with the kids, or at least it's a challenge on my household.
Well, it's a challenge in the sense that, for example, my 4-year-old, whenever she's bored, she just asks for the iPad. And then, I'm trying not to be a bad parent and just, shove iPad whenever I need her to be quiet. But actually, she loves the iPad. She loves the fact that we have the old iPad 1, and we adapted it for her. We don't say it's her iPad because we don't want her to know that she has an iPad, because it's kind of, 4-year-old with an iPad, come on. So what we do is I put all of her videos there. I put some games there. I put the restrictions on, which is really important, the parental restrictions on. So I disabled in-app purchases. She cannot delete any apps. She cannot, buy anything, whatever. So these things, and especially in-app purchases, please, it's really important. Disable them, because the child may, break your wallet. So anyway, I did all this, and she loves the iPad. She loves touching the iPad, and she understands how iPad works better than we do, actually, right?
That's correct. My 4-year-old, she plays with the iPad in a way that is incredible. The first app I remember that I got, it wasn't for the iPad, actually. It was for the iPhone, and it was a rattle application that if she touched the screen, it makes different sounds, and it has different circles, and if they touch, they make more sounds. And I didn't know how much it was going to be fun to playing with the iPhone and the iPad. And yes, it's a challenge, because if you are not careful, they will only play. So because of that, and I go into detail in the book, we decide to sell the idea that the iPad is for learning only. We watch videos if we're traveling or something like that, but other than that, the iPad is only for learning. So we have bought books and we have bought learning applications and have them a page exclusive for her, so she can access on my iPad or my wife's iPad those applications. But most of what is there are learning applications. We have applications for her to learn to spell in English as well as in Spanish, to learn to read, to learn how to draw letters, and so far, so on. And we went also and bought her a product for a company called LeapPad, or Leapfrog, and it's called a LeapPad. And it's basically a cheap tablet thing for kids that has games, but the games are made by people who may understand more education than what I do. So they have a heavy educational content. So while she's feeling that she plays that way, and she comes and work into the iPhone, we can get her to learn on both platforms. And the reason I did that was because I believe you should separate your play machine and your work machine. So I think it was a good thing to teach her from that age that you separate play and work, so you could really accomplish more work when you are actually doing important things.
Well, that's impressive. I need to revise my policy on the iPad, because she has movies there and she watches the movies as well. But the funny thing is that what you're just saying, that actually when we loaded up some learning apps, she enjoys them more than the playing apps and the games. Actually, and the other day she was just getting some spelling game on the iPad in English. And even though English is not our main language, she was really playing with it, and she was really she wanted to learn more and she wanted to play more. It was amazing, and it was amazing how fast she got it. And again, just to get back to the fact that the children of today understand, make these devices more intuitive than we do. is that when I have the story that when a friend of mine visited our house and he saw that when my baby girl, she was 1.5 years young, she was already able to take my iPhone, unlock the screen, go to her screen, open her folder, and open her application for playing. He was like, if she can understand the iPhone, I'm getting one. Because I mean, at 1.5 year old, I mean, incredible. That's why the children, and I appreciate what you said, need to learn to play, and most of all to learn on these devices because they're the best ones for that.
That's the future. Actually, as you have your friend's story, I have a similar story with the grandparents. The grandmother went and saw her how my daughter play with the Skype on the iPad and interact with the Skype. And she went and got rid of her laptop and computer that was an old thing and got a tablet so she could do the same things. And it's sad to say that the 4-year-old continued doing the tablet use much better than the grandmother.
Yeah, exactly. So on a happy note, if you're a parent, make sure to let the children try the iPad. Make sure to limit their time on the iPad so that they don't spend the whole day on the iPad because this can be really addictive. And as everything for children don't have they don't know the limits of hours and whatever. They can play with it all the time. So make sure that they limit their time to put on the restrictions mode on the iPad so that the child doesn't do anything to your stuff. But most of all, just as Augusto said, get some learning apps, and we talk about them in the book, in the iPad Only book, and get the ball rolling because this is the platform for them.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.